If you're watching this video, maybe you're wondering what it costs to live in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. And that's what this video is all about, the cost of living in Lancaster City and Lancaster County, Pennsylvania in 2022. So let's get started. Hi there, thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Matt Moore. I'm a real estate agent right here in the beautiful Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And in this video, we will be talking about the cost of living in the modern time. So that's in 2022. Now, I've done a video from back in 2020 of the cost of living, but things have changed so dramatically, not just across Lancaster County, but really across the entire country in terms of the cost of living. And so I wanted to do an update video. Before we dive deep into all of the information that you're looking for, I just want to say this. I'm a real estate agent and I'm helping people all the time who are relocating here from outside of Pennsylvania and of course including in Pennsylvania and Lancaster as well. And if that's you and you're looking for somebody to help you and guide you through that process, I'd love to get in touch with you. I run a real estate team right here in the Lancaster area, and we have people on standby ready to help you out when it comes to your home search right here in Lancaster. So give us a call. You can reach the number right there on the screen. Call it, text it. Of course, I've got my email address there as well. Whatever works best for you, reach out and we'd love to start that conversation with you. So in this video, we'll talk about things like transportation, housing costs, what it costs to rent a 1 through 4 bedroom house or unit in Lancaster County, and what the differences are between Lancaster City and Lancaster County when it does come to the cost of living numbers. And then of course, we're going to give these numbers context. We're going to compare them to Pennsylvania and to the national average so you get an idea, is Lancaster really an affordable town or is it higher than the national average? And there's some interesting information in there for you to look at as well. So there's a reason why Lancaster is so desirable, and it's catching headlines too in a number of different ways. US World News Report is bringing Lancaster in the top 75 best places to live in the United States, coming in at the number 74 mark. But when it comes to retiring, well, Lancaster's coming in the top 5, and it's the only place in the top 5 that's not in Florida for places to retire. So Pennsylvania being a retirement-friendly state, and Lancaster being a retirement-friendly community within a retirement-friendly state, and that's for a number of reasons. And I have another video on YouTube you can check out why Lancaster is one of the best places to retire. On top of that, Lancaster coming in at number 3 in terms of one of the best places to live in Pennsylvania, which is a huge number, and it's awesome. But again, we live here, we love it, we've raised a family here, and we truly do love and enjoy living in the Lancaster area. There's a lot of things to do and a lot of things for it to offer. So first things first, Lancaster County is separated out from the Interstate 95 corridor. In fact, you see the map there. Our location, we're not quite considered a commuter market for some of the big cities, and so therefore we don't feel the pressures of the rising costs of living as you go closer to the Interstate 95 corridor. So yes, the cost of living relative to some of the surrounding areas, especially as you get closer to the big cities, is certainly less. And even if you go one county over from Chester County into Lancaster County, you notice that difference very quickly, especially when it comes to property taxes, when it comes to just living costs in general. So of course, being outside of the Interstate 95 corridor, you don't feel those pressures. So I want to dive into the information regarding housing first and what it costs to purchase a home or even rent a home or a unit, an apartment in the Lancaster County area. First thing to talk about is the median sale price for homes. And the last time I did this video, if you've been following along, back in 2020, that median sale price for homes in Lancaster County was ranging anywhere from about $210,000 to $215,000. That has changed over the last 2 years. And now looking at the latest numbers, the median sale price for a home in Lancaster County is now up to $265,000. So we have seen a big increase in terms of the cost of living from a housing perspective. Home values are just continuing to go up. And again, this is not just relegated to Lancaster only. We're seeing this across the board, across the entire nation, and we are seeing similar increases in Lancaster County that we are seeing in some other places, actually seeing in some communities a little higher rates of home value increases, just simply because Lancaster is a desirable place to live, and there's a lot of people that are coming here from out of town because they recognize Lancaster as a great place to live with great schools, great healthcare, and a lower cost of living relative to some of those outside locations. Hey, real quickly, I want to invite you to subscribe to our channel. We're making a lot of content for not just Lancaster, but some of the surrounding communities as well, and we'd love for you to get a chance to see it. So all you have to do is hit that subscribe button and also hit the little bell for alerts anytime new videos are published. Thanks so much, and back to the video. So at a median sale price of $265,000, this is the type of home that you might be able to get. Now again, this is very highly variant, just depending on where you are in relation to Lancaster City. As you go out into some of the outskirts of Lancaster County, the home values will be a little bit lower than as, say, you're closer into Lancaster City, maybe in the immediate suburbs there, where we have some of the better school districts in the entire county. And of course, I do have a video that you can check out on my YouTube channel. It's the Lancaster County school districts ranked, and you can take a look at that and see which ones that I am referring to. Now, as you move up in the price point scale, let's talk about maybe a $500,000 house in one of the better school districts in Lancaster County. Here's what that might look like for you. I've drawn a picture from a recently closed home that sold right around that $500,000 mark, so you can kind of get an idea of what maybe your purchasing power could be as you move forward if you are planning on relocating to the area. And then of course, as your budget moves up, the type of home will move up as well. And there are homes that sell for over $1 million here in Lancaster County. Here's a couple of examples of that. And yes, we do have a luxury market now. As you take these homes and look at them, a lot from a pound to pound square footage and amenities perspective, you take the same home and you plop it somewhere outside of New York, New Jersey, parts of California. Again, it's all relative. And as we look at those numbers, some of these homes, some of these same homes would be $5, $6, $10 million, and they're only just a little bit north of $1 million here in Lancaster County. So again, everything's relative. There are some very nice homes, but there's also some affordable homes too, single family detached homes to look at here in the Lancaster County area. And if you were wondering how the real estate market is here in Lancaster County, similar to everywhere, low inventory, lots of competition. It's the same everywhere right now. It's a national situation that we are seeing, and Lancaster is no exception to that. So yes, there are homes for sale. They go pretty quickly, and in most cases, if it's a move-in ready, a turnkey type of a home, even all the way up into the $500,000, $600,000 price range, we are seeing competition on those homes, less competition as you go up into higher price ranges from there. But let's put this into context, right? Because it's one thing to say numbers, it's another thing to compare it to how that looks in parts of Pennsylvania, how that looks across the nation, and those numbers are coming in. Again, I talked about a median home value or home sale price recently of $265,000. The national median price is $358,000. So when it comes to the national types of averages and looking at it on a national scale, certainly coming in well below that. Now in Lancaster City, those same numbers drop. So the median sale price in Lancaster City is about $225,000, and we have seen a massive rejuvenation inside of Lancaster City. It's a really cool city to be in. There's a lot of great entertainment and restaurant options for you to check out. It's really just changing and has been changing over the last 5 to 10 years or so. And so those lower price points, if you're looking for a city home, well, you can kind of take advantage of that moving into the city where there's a lot of things to do, but the home values aren't quite as high as you get out into some of the Lancaster suburbs. All right, what about rentals? The rental market is still very competitive, much like the housing market is here in Lancaster County. Again, there's a lot of people that want to live in Lancaster, a lot of people moving to the area because of great jobs and different types of growth, remote work. People are coming here going, hey, let's move to Lancaster. There's a lot of fun things to do, and I don't need to be in an office building. So we are seeing that push from the home resale side of things, but also on the rental side too. And when looking at those numbers, a 1-bedroom apartment here in the Lancaster County area on average will run you in the ballpark of, if it's in the city, about $913, and similar numbers as you get out into the county. Now, that's a little higher than Pennsylvania in general, but that's because Pennsylvania has a lot of rural spots, especially as you get into the central parts of the state, which will bring down those average numbers. But then when you look at it on the national level, you see it is lower than the national average of a 1-bedroom but a little bit more than $1,000 per month. Now, as you see, as you go down the scale, the numbers do go up, and going to, say, a 3 or 4-bedroom apartment or a house to rent, those numbers come in Lancaster County right up just shy about $1,500 a month, and you compare that to the national average of just shy of $1,700 a month. So again, you see the numbers, it's pretty much the same across the board. It is a little bit higher in terms of the Pennsylvania average here in Lancaster because, again, it is an awesome place in Pennsylvania to live, and there's a lot of people moving here. But relative to the national averages, we are seeing things still remaining lower than those national numbers. So one of my favorite things about living in the Lancaster area continues and remains to be, and I talk about this in other videos that I have on my channel here, is the fact that you can go from being in the city and being within the nightlife, the great restaurants, the bars, the entertainment scene, the theater scene, you can be in the city, and then within a very short period of time of a drive distance, you can get out into the rural parts of Lancaster County and be in some of the most beautiful scenic farmland that you've ever seen. Of course, you can be in Amish country, you can go up into the woods, you can go closer to the Susquehanna River and be near the water. I mean, there's just a variety of different things that you can do in a very short distance from Lancaster City. So there's a lot for everybody to check out and a short distance to do it in. It's one of the few places probably in the country where you can go from city to suburb to farm and rural parts in about a 10 to 15 minute drive. It is that short. It's a very quick period of time, and that means another couple of advantages is that you've got this great restaurant scene that uses a lot of local ingredients here to the Lancaster area, farm to table type of an environment, especially as we get into the warmer months and it becomes more in season, and you'll start to see more of that happening. In addition to that, we have a number of markets. There's in the city, there's Lancaster Central Market, there's also Southern Market, which has just opened, that you can check out either the restaurant scene or also taking a look at some of the local produce and things. And then there are a number of farm markets that are scattered throughout the county, and great ways for you to get, and I'm not even kidding you, some super cheap produce, fill up your entire trunk for a lot less than you would spend if you went to a grocery store to do the same thing. Now, from a cost of living perspective, transportation is important, and it's important to know that in Lancaster County, it is a pretty primarily vehicle-driven type of a market environment. Now, don't get me wrong, we do have public transportation. The busing system, Red Rose Transit, has a pretty extensive network that goes all across Lancaster County, so there are ways around it if you would not want to drive a car, you don't have a car, or if you prefer to bike. Lancaster City is changing and evolving, and there are some lanes and bike lanes that are beginning to open up all across the city, so that is changing and probably will continue to change as we go into the future. But outside of that, get into the suburbs, and it's not a super bike-friendly place outside of the designated trails. By the way, the rail trail system, you gotta look it up. They are a fantastic network of trails. They're relatively flat. A lot of them are paved with asphalt, easy riding for you if you plan on either walking, jogging, or taking a bike ride across the area. And the long-term plan is to eventually connect all of those rail trails so it makes one big extensive system. And I have more information on that in some other videos throughout my entire channel. Please be sure to check that out. But from a cost of living perspective, the transportation side of things, yes, if you want a bus pass, you'll have to pay for that. Red Rose Transit, you can look that up and find out what the fares are in today's dollars. And then of course there's Amtrak as well. We have an Amtrak station right here in Lancaster. You can get from Lancaster to Philadelphia and then take another train up to New York from there. They call it the Amtrak Keystone Line, and it is a relatively inexpensive way to get your way up into the New York Manhattan area, or if you just want to take it over to Philadelphia into downtown. So some options for you from a public transport perspective and ways that you can do that. And of course the dollars, how much it costs, that all is fluctuating wildly, so maybe by the time you're watching this it's not even relevant anymore, or maybe it's more of a factor or less of a factor. It's hard to say because the market environment, the things are changing so quickly right now. Now, if you are driving a car, one thing to know is that Pennsylvania has some of the highest gas taxes of anywhere in the country. So if you look at some of the gas prices here across Pennsylvania, you will notice that they are a little bit higher as you go across the state border compared to some of the surrounding states that are near us. So overall, if you're considering moving to the Lancaster area, or maybe you already live in Lancaster and you're looking to make a move and you're trying to figure out your cost of living, strategic advantages, well, I want to be a resource for you for that. So hopefully this video answered some questions for you. If you have any additional questions, that's what I am here for. Again, I'll put the information up there on the screen. Reach out anytime and we'll get connected. Myself or one of our team members on the team here will be able to answer whatever questions you might have, and of course help you out if your plans take you into the Lancaster area to move. I also invite you to go to our website, mattmorehomes.com, where there are a number of resources for you on there, whether you're buying, whether you're selling, or whether you're doing some combination of both. You can even do a home search right there on the website. I encourage you and invite you to go take a look at that. And of course you can reach out through the website too, contact forms if you'd like to get in touch. So that's the video of cost of living. Again, leave a question in the comments section if you have any comments or questions at all. Be happy to answer those for you, and of course be keeping an eye on that. In the meantime, again, my name is Matt Moore, real estate agent right here in Lancaster County, your Lancaster resource for all things real estate and information regarding your possible move into and within the Lancaster area. So of course, we want to get in touch with you if that is your plan. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it, and we'll talk soon.